everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a little weekend in my writing life kind of vlog, detailing my weekend as a person who's trying to become a published indie author very soon, because that second story is going to be releasing this spring for you guys. Very exciting, but I actually have to work on it to get it out there. So please excuse the state of me. I had my hair up in a bun, and this is what you're getting from me. So currently, I'm sitting here. It is about 6:15, and I'm going to be doing some sprints with Sarah because she's got her live stream that just started a few minutes ago, and I'm going to be working on getting all my edits from my physical manuscript into a draft form. We're gonna be cruising right along. I am currently working on part 2 of our second story. We are sitting at 11,409 words. I thought there was gonna be more than that. Oh no, that's just because I'm hitting the wrong part. There's 14,334 words in this lovely draft so far, and I'm very excited to get this done. I have a goal of getting this done by the end of January so I can hand it off to my editor and get things absolutely rolling. Yes, I want to pop and say, hey, start this vlog, but yeah, buckle in. It's gonna be a writing vlog. Happy Saturday. I am here. I am in the middle of my live stream, as I usually have on my Saturdays, if you're ever intrigued. I got live streams going on Saturdays for productivity sprints. We do 4, and I roll some dice, some D&D dice to get the length of the sprint. I got 16 minutes left for this one, but I am currently, how many words into this draft? Let's find out. Ooh, 19,580 words into this draft. We are sitting in 5, chapter 6 of part 2, which is exciting. I'm hoping to finish up part 2 today and keep zooming right along. I realized that because it is January 21st, it is cutting it a little tight for the fact that I want to get this to my editor by the end of January. So I have like 9 days to really get my life together and get this to her. So that'll be fun. But I think I'll be okay. Like part 2, once that's done, I'm basically halfway through the story. So that just hopefully should keep zooming right along. And I have tomorrow as well to keep working on it, but I'm loving it. I also wanted to say, if you guys didn't know, I now have a website and a newsletter that you guys can join. The link is in my description. A website, an author website, if you guys want to check it out. There's not a whole lot on there, but I am kind of proud of it. It did take me a little while, so you guys can go check that out. The pop-up is for the newsletter. If you want to join, I'm gonna try and make it like a monthly newsletter with like updates and stuff, so that'll be exciting. The first one is going to be going live at the beginning of February. Very fun. So you still have time to get in for that. I'm not entirely sure what the newsletter is going to contain, but I'm excited either way. It'll be a good place to apply for being an advanced reader of a second story. I'm hoping to have that there if I can include that somehow, like a Google form or something. I'm not sure if that'll be in February or March for that, but it'll be in one of those newsletters. It'll be a good spot to apply early, and it'll also be a good spot to just hear about like my writing stuff, some things that I've learned or am thinking about or am reading, that kind of thing. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. We got the stream going. Everything is great. Everything is dandy. I will chat with you guys in a little bit if I have anything else to talk about with writing wise, but so far this Friday weekend is going pretty good. It started at like 14,000 and now we're sitting at 19,000, so things are cruising right along. And hopefully in this stream I break that 20K. It should be very easy because we're only on the second sprint of the stream and I'm so close to it now. So breaking that 20,000 word mark, cruising right along, which would be great. I'll chat with you later. Hello friends, it is now a little later. Done my live stream for the day. I forgot to unplug my microphone. Actually, I might keep that in there. I have plans to do something later, but anyways, that's besides the point. I have been writing an incredible amount. I have one chapter left in this part that is currently written, but I do need to kind of look at adding another chapter in this that I need to draft completely, because when I was reading through this, when I reached this chapter and like finished it, I realized how quickly things were moving in that chapter specifically. So I need to add a little bit of extra something in here to kind of stretch it out a little bit, give it some more length and leeway. Anyways, I just finished going through and editing one of the chapters that I love the most. I love the little bit of history that I get in it for Aramount, but I ended up having to split it in two because I mentioned it on my live stream just now, but this go around I'm realizing how long some of the chapters are, and I want to kind of keep them all balanced pretty much the same, and I don't want them to be over 2,000 words long each. So the ones that are over 2,000 words I need to cut in half, which I've been doing, and it's been working pretty well. There hasn't been an issue in cutting the scenes in half, in my opinion. Like the one that I just did, which was originally called the Eldar's Wall, was well over 2,000 words, and it actually had two like distinct scenes in it. So I just split it and put the second scene in a new chapter, which is called The Bronze Bee. So, and you just got a sneak peek at some of the chapter titles. Very fun. I think I'm gonna kind of call it here for a second and give myself a break from writing, and I might come back tomorrow to finish part 2, or maybe even a little bit later when I think about this chapter. I think I have to reread it and kind of see what I really want to do in this next little chapter here, just so that I have a good idea of things. You know. Anyways, friends. But yeah, things are great. Things are doing good, and I'm really loving it. But yes, word count wise, we are ending this specific the stream and everything at 23,966 words in this draft. So I broke that 20k mark easily, and I'm just zooming through this draft, thankfully, because I gotta get it to my editor at the end of January, so absolutely zooming. We're nearly halfway through the story as well. Everything's great. I forgot I had 5 parts in this book, and I just noticed that, so we're not nearly halfway through. Well, kind of. Part 3, I guess. Once I get halfway through part 3, then we're halfway through the story. I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. I am here doing a little bit of admin stuff on the computer. I wanted to pop in because I officially just applied for an ISBN account with the Library and Archives of Canada. So what I've discovered, one of many things in my research when I was like getting ready for self-publishing and going through this process, is that a lot of my friends that have self-published that I follow on the internet are American. And all of the American self-published people always said, like, you have to pay for ISBNs, you gotta, like, you can get them in, like, packages of 10 for less money, but it's, like, hundreds of dollars, and you gotta go through all these things to do it. And I was like, okay, that's one of the first things I'm gonna check out, is the ISBN situation in Canada and get that out of the way, because I want to be able to have like a bundle of them. When I was looking it up though, it's free in Canada. You apply through the Library Archives Canada site thing, and you create a ISBN Canada account. That's what I just did, and I'm very excited, but it can take up to like 10 working days to have your like account approved. But once that's done, I think I just get ISBNs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Library and Archives Canada is pretty cool. It's neat. It's definitely kind of an interesting process to learn about. It says like how to get an ISBN. So you register with the Canadian ISBN online service system, and then you log in and you create the ISBNs you need, and you just get them, which I think is so cool. So very fun. That process is underway, which is very exciting, because as soon as I have an ISBN, I'm gonna apply through Goodreads to get my book onto Goodreads, because you need to provide like the title, the author name, the ISBN, publisher, publication date, format, page count, description into their like Goodreads librarian group. Because I know previously you used to be able to just add books to Goodreads into their database, but they've taken that option away. And now you have to be like approved by the Goodreads librarian group, I guess, to just make sure that there aren't like too many multiples of the same book going in or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the next step, which is very exciting because as soon as that's in there and as soon as the book is on Goodreads, y'all can start saving it as like a one to read, which is so exciting. And I think that's going to be next thing that I do immediately and start sharing that everywhere, that you guys can start adding it on Goodreads. But gotta get the ISBNs first, then go to apply and like get accepted by the Goodreads librarians group, and then we're golden. And then we're in. I'm hoping that I can set up a Goodreads like author profile that's separate from my actual Goodreads profile, because I don't really want my personal Goodreads tied to my author Goodreads. I just want my author Goodreads to be like a blank slate. So we'll see. Updates. Updates are very fun. But yes, I say that I also need to look into registering a copyright for my manuscript. Apparently the copyright is like $130, which I really don't want to pay. But there's this page that I found to getting a copyright for your book in Canada, and there is a way to do it, like the poor man's copyright, which I kind of want to do instead. But looking at like the steps, it's probably going to be the same amount of money as getting the copyright, so I gotta think about that. But I do want to get the copyright. I don't know. Things I gotta figure out, those little nitpicky things. But yes, I think later today, because this is one of the random weekends where I'm not going to mom and dad's for dinner because mom has a cold and I don't want to catch that cold, because you know I teach kids and I don't want to give them any illness. I know we wear masks at work still, but I don't want to be sick, because then that takes like teaching away from me and then money away from me as well. So I just decided not to go over today. So I have the whole rest of the day to myself, and I'm hoping to get a little bit of writing done later, because currently it's Sunday, right? So Sundays are my days where I like to just relax and do a whole lot of nothing. I did today though do a couple of like kind of cleaning bits just so that I'm ready for the week. And Sundays are also my day where I like to read a lot. So hopefully I can get a lot of reading done. But that's gonna be in the reading vlog, my like normal weekend reading vlogs that you guys will see. Later tonight, I'm hoping that I can get some writing done. I'm wondering if Amy's got a writing sprint going up today. I hope so. Yes. Okay, so there is one for today. Exceptional, starting at 8:20, and I'll get some writing done with her as well later tonight. But I'm also hoping to do more writing on top of that. But I like the structure of having my Saturday writing sprints. It keeps me accountable to write at least once a week, and hopefully it's more than that, which it has been recently because I've obviously been working on this second story. But having a writing streams kind of set up is always my favorite accountability thing. But anyways, yeah, I just thought I'd pop in, tell you that little update. Things are going great. Hopefully today I can put a signed seal delivered on part 2 of a second story and start into part 3. Very fun, but I'll chat with you later. Oh my God, how could I forget? How could I forget to tell you? Yesterday, my cover artist, my lovely friend, sent me a really rough sketch of the cover, just the front cover. Not anything else, because she's just testing a couple things out, testing out poses and stuff like that. And I spent the evening just like trying to hold in my excitement, because I know with like cover stuff and cover reveals and all that, I just want to share it with everybody and what it looks like. So I was like just kind of finding people that I could share it with and sending it to them, like my friends in real life, because I know they're not gonna like post it online or anything. I was so excited, and I was so excited to get like the more like further on sketches and like seeing the process. Oh, it was such a lovely surprise. It was like just kind of out of the blue, my friend was like, hey, I got some sketches, or I got a sketch, and she sent it to me, and I was like, ah. So she's gonna try a couple different poses, I think, and I suggested something for the layout of like my name and like the bits. Trying to do that without spoiling. But so she's gonna try a couple different things, I think, to see what works best. But I'm leaving a lot of the creative license up to her. So hopefully the next little bit she has like more concrete sketches that I can like say yes or no to certain things and like little tweaks and stuff. But oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see it like the sketch of the full cover before she goes into like color and stuff like that. I'm so excited. Anyways, I wanted to mention that. And also my best friend from high school, Cass, she messaged me today and she's like, hey, are you okay with me doing this? And I was like, doing what? And she sent me a picture of a story that she was going to share, and she was sharing my reel, and it was like, my best friend's writing a book, you guys should go support her. And I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. And then I realized as soon as she posted it, I was like, oh my God, all the people from high school are gonna know now. So I should probably post on my personals that I'm doing this. I wanted to wait for posting on my personals, like my personal Instagram and all that, to like let the people in my like personal life know that I'm writing a book, because like all the important people know, like my parents know, my friends know, that's all that matters, that I'm writing a book and I'm publishing it. But like I wanted to wait until I had the cover to like do all that fun promotional stuff. But anyways, random things. But yeah, I got to see a little bit of the cover and I spent the whole night just like this on my couch. I was so excited, and everyone that I shared it with is so excited too. Even like my friends are all aware how wonderful Tessa is and how talented she is. So like when I was sharing the sketch, they're like, wait, this is like the rough sketch, this is good. And I'm like, right? So perks of having artist friends. Just an addendum to that update, but whew, so many exciting things happening. Hello, my lovely friends. Oh, I have my camera on a weird setting. Sorry, I have it on the cinematic setting. This is very distracting. I look so different in the cinematic setting. Anyways, hi! I wanted to pop in and say hey, and kind of officially wrap this vlog up, this writing weekend vlog, because it is now almost 10:30. 10:30? Yeah, it's almost 10:30 at night on Sunday, and I have just finished attending Amy's live stream that ended around 10, and I've been here wrapping up the last few bits and pieces of a second story that I've been wanting to work on this weekend specifically. I ended up finishing part two. Part two, before I worked on it, it had, I think, 6 chapters, and now it has 10. Which is on taking apart really large chapters, splitting them into 2, and I did add a scene in one of the later chapters of part 2 that I needed to add that just kind of extends the decision at the end of part 2 a little bit, like stretches it a little bit more and makes it doesn't make it feel as rushed. So that's exciting. All good things. Super happy about that. So now we are sitting with draft 3 at 26,897 words. We are not quite halfway through. This week I will start into part 3, which is called Plans and Changes. Part 2 is called Salty Sea Air, and part 1 is called Wildflowers. And there are currently 5 parts, and there will be only 5 parts in this book. There's a little epilogue at the end as well, which is exciting. An epilogue called Just After, which is lovely and probably one of my favorite scenes in this book. I am so pleased with this book, you guys. I'm so excited to get it out into the world. I know I said earlier that I didn't want to share this on my personal Instagram and stuff like that, the people in my life that aren't like my friends and my family, and my parents, I should say. But I ended up doing it anyways because after my friend Cass shared on her stories this morning, one of my reels about it, I got a couple followers that I knew from high school, so I was probably like, I should probably actually like post this on my personal. I like, now people in my life know that I've written a novel and I'm following my dreams, and I think that's pretty cool. It feels kind of nice to put my foot in there, because I don't know if you guys feel this way. If you're my age, I'm 25, so I know like in your 20s, it's such a weird time to be alive. All the people you knew in high school are in such different places in their lives. Like some people are still living at home and going to university, or they are like me and they are, you know, living on their own and have a job and they have had for a while, or there's people out there who are engaged, married, and having kids already. Like, it's such a weird place to be. And like every other weekend, another one of my classmates gets engaged, which is a little much, but it feels kind of nice to have my own little piece of news that's actually pretty big go out into the world and you know, kind of add to that, like, look, all y'all are doing great things with your lives, so am I. You know, it feels like that, which might be a little petty on my part, but it feels good. This has been a great weekend. I am hoping that next weekend is also like this, to wrap up a second story, draft 3. So this week I need to really hammer home part 3 and get into part 4 and just keep on cruising on. I don't think there's as much big changes. I think the biggest change was part 2, with adding a fair bit of scenes in here. Not even, like, it's not even that many. There's like 2 scenes that I've added in, and they're both pretty small, but they're essential. I don't believe there's a whole lot. I think mainly the biggest change is something that happens in I think it's part 4. I think it's part 4. It might be part 5 too. I think it's part 4 though, where I need to add a little bit more of reminders of something. And I also need to add in, I've like changed something that I've done just ever so slightly to make it a little bit more, just a touch higher stakes and make it like more concrete in an argument that happens later on. Little things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please let me know down below if you have any questions about A Second Story or publishing at all, because I'm going to start compiling a list of things that I know you guys want to know for content that I'm going to build around release week and stuff like that, and a like blog posts and things like that. As a reminder, I do have a new website, and I'm going to be hopefully doing blog posts and as well as I like get my life sorted. And there's going to be a monthly newsletter, as I mentioned, that you guys should sign up for if you want to stay abreast of my notifications in a new way and get a little taste of writing stuff very soon and early. That'll be the place to be as of right now. There's a lot of things that I am planning on doing this year alongside publishing A Second Story and kicking off my publishing career, but there's a few things that, like, the website was one of them and the newsletter was one of them, but there's also things like a Patreon possibly that I'm thinking of doing. And I'm also thinking of, like, I have like a project that I'm also working on that is completely different from my writing, but is for my YouTube channel. And so, you know, there's just 2023 is going to be such a good year, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm so excited to take you guys on the journey with me. So anyways, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on writing.
Hello friends, it's Jen popping in with a little morning coffee talk. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I wanted to pop in and tell you, let y'all know that whoever sees this, I'm going to be coming out with a very exciting official announcement very, very, very soon for A Second Story. I'm just waiting on one thing to slide into place. And honestly, if you are a little bit sleuthy, you'll be able to figure it out beforehand. It's not a cover. I'm working with my cover artist on the cover still, and that announcement should probably be April for like cover reveals and stuff. But if you're a little sleuthy and you look around on things, you'll be able to figure out this very exciting thing. But stay tuned. A Second Story. Announcement coming soon.